Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some more 1978 Atlanta Braves baseball. This is game one of a doubleheader and game one of a four-game series between the San Francisco Giants and Atlanta Braves. And on game one here on the last of June, June 30th, we got leading off for the Giants. Playing second base is Madlock. Batting second, playing third is Evans. Batting third, playing right field is Clark. Batting fourth, playing first base is McCovey. Batting fifth, playing left field is Cruz. Batting sixth, playing center field is Herndon. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is LeMaster. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Mike Sadek. And on the mound, the count, Montefusco. Batting ninth. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, we have leading off Gilbreth, playing second base, and batting second, playing first is Beal, and batting third, playing center field is Office,
Sadek,
and batting fourth, playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Nolan. Batting sixth, playing third base is Horner. Batting seventh, playing right field is Bunnell. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. And on the mound, the lefty batting ninth is Easterly. Let's get down here to Fulton County Stadium and we'll play this game, folks. First of one here on June 30th. And you can see the lead it off is Bill Madlock, batting .279 with 12 homers and 37 RBIs. And this is Easterly's fourth start of the year. He's pitched in 14 games with a 1.2 ERA. A 1-2 record and a 4.62 ERA. We'll get it straight. And here's the pitch to Madlock. That's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. He fires across the diamond for out number one. And Darrell Evans comes to the plate, batting .260 with 13 homers and 36 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. Evans gets aboard here with a 1-out single. And now Jack Clark comes to the plate. And Clark is batting .349, leading the National League in batting with 9 homers and 41 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Clark, and that's going to be a 40. And that's going to be a pass ball. So the ball gets past Nolan. Now there's 1 out, and there goes the double play chance. Evans is now in scoring position, and here's the 1-0 pitch to Clark. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. But now's got a darn good arm out there. And with 1 out, that's going to be a 42. Plus a 21. Do they send him with McCovey coming up? They're going to send him. It's a better than 50-50 chance. That'll be a 43 or lower. And he's in there. An RBI single by Clark. And it's 1-0 Giants. Runner down at first. McCovey comes to the plate. And McCovey is batting .262 on the year with 8 homers and 36 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this. And that ball is going to go far. That ball is going to be hit into right field. And Barry's not getting this one. And McCovey turns on the Jets He's got himself an RBI triple. Just like that, it's 2-0 Giants with a runner at third and one out. And I know it's early, but the Braves are bringing the infield in. Cruz is batting .207 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. And that's actually going to be popped up. Horner makes the catch, and now there's 2 outs. So now you got Larry Herndon up with a runner down at third and 2 outs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry and right. This time he's got room, makes the catch. But the Giants score 2. Giants 2. Braves coming to bat with Gilbert, Beal, and Office due up. See the Braves schedule here. They got one more game against the Giants on the 30th. And then 2 more. And that'll end the homestand. And Atlanta's going to fly out to California, to LA, to take on the Dodgers. And Gilbert's batting .219 on the year with 1 homer, 17 RBIs. And Montefusco to count. This is his 18th start. He is 6-8 with a 3.9 ERA. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The count strikes Gilbert out. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And Bob Beal's up, batting .296 with no homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Cruz and left. And there's 1 down, 2 down now, quickly. And Office comes to the plate, batting .267 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty an 8. That's going to be a 2-out single by Office. He gets a board here. Let's see if the Braves can do some damage. Jeff Burris at the plate. And Burris batting .325 with 12 homers and 48 RBIs. That's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Can Burris take advantage of this 2-0 pitch? And that's going to be a walk the hard way with Apba on 2 rolls. Montefusco wanted nothing to do with Burris there. That brings up Nolan now. First and second time, run at the first base. Go ahead, run at the plate. And Nolan is batting .222 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to LeMaster. Let's make sure it might be a pop-up. Nope, it's a ground ball down to LeMaster. He'll go the short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand 2. We go to the top of the second. It's 2-0 San Francisco. Got the bottom third of the order due up here for the Giants.
Sadek.
You got LeMaster, Sadek, and the count. And here's Johnny. And Johnny's batting .256 with 2 homers and 26 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Cheney, at short. And there's 1 down. And Sadek comes up. Mike's batting .369 with a homer and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Easterly's first strikeout of the game. Here comes Montefusco and John batting .098 with no homers and no RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one. Easterly serves him up one, and he says he don't need no stinking DH. And that ball is driven into the gap, and the count's got himself a 2-out double. So now John's got another runner in scoring position here. Now with 2 outs and Bill Madlock up. Madlock grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jamie strikes him out. That ends the inning. The Giants strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second. We have Horner, Bunnell, and Cheney due up. Bob's batting .217 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one. And against the righty, that'll be a 16. And that is going to be cut off out there in right field by Clark. Nice play by Clark. Doesn't let it get by him. Holds Horner to a single. As Horner drove that ball out there in right field down the line. But Clark gets over there and gets to it. And Horner makes a big turn, but he'll be held to a single. Wait a second. Let's go back here. I may have screwed the pooch. It might not. It might be a double. What is he against the? Yeah, against the righty, he'll turn him to a 6. Yep, I did right. It's a single. Yep. Yep, it's a single. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. Now Bunnell's up, and Barry, he's batting .233 with 1 homer. Well, hold on. It is a double because I'm looking at the wrong damn board, so that's why I'm doubting myself. Okay, it is a double. We'll get this shit straightened out. If you look at the right damn board, it helps. Instead of already putting it on a double, flipping the board, thinking he hit the double, and then looking at it to see if he did hit a double. Damn shit. So a double in the right field. So Bob's like, make up your damn mind. So he's down at second with nobody out. And Barry's at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Matlock. And the runner will get over to third. So now you got the runner at 90 feet away with 1 out. And Cheney at the plate. And Cheney's batting .211. 1 homer and 9 RBIs. And with a 2-0 lead, the Giants will play back here. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that'll be a 3. Horner doesn't have very good speed, and he'll stay put. Unable to score on the fly, too shallow. So it's up to Easterly. Can he do what his counterpart did? Montefusco got a double his first time up. Jamie's looking for his first hit of the year. He is 0 for 6. Can he deliver here and drive in a run? And that's going to be a pop up down the second. Matlock makes the catch. And Horner gets stranded at third. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Giants. Got Evans due up, followed by Clark and McCovey. And Darrell is 1 for 1, singled and came in the score his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney, and he's going to boot that. That's going to be an E6. So Evans is aboard again. Jack Clark had the RBI single his first time up. Here's the pitch to Clark. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a single. 25. Yep. That's going to be a single in the center field. And Evans, is he going to get down the third with nobody out? 53. And a 32, he's going to try it. That'll be a 62 or lower. 62 or lower. He's down at third, and he's in there. So that's a single by Clark. Runner gets down to third. And Covey comes to the plate with first and third. And with nobody out, the Braves are going to play back for the double play. Try not to give up a crooked number here in this inning. McCovey is 1 for 1, hit a RBI triple his first time up. And just what the doctor ordered. That ball is hit down the short. Let's see here, 16. So that's going to be the old 6-4-3 double play, but the run will score. Makes it 3-0. Now Cruz is up with nobody on and 2 outs and a 3-0 ball game. Cruz is 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Burris. He makes the catch. Now to win the inning, but the Giants score 1. And it's 3-0 as we go to the top of the third with the top of the order due up here. Gilbreth, Bill, and Office. Gilbreth is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. That's going to be a fly ball out to Herndon in center field, and there's 1 down. Bill comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Count strikes him out. And there's quickly 2 down here in the third. Office, he singled his first time up. Can he get a 2-out rally going? And that's going to be against the righty at 8. And that is going to be a pop up down the second. Madlock makes the catch for out number 3. And the Braves go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the fourth. We got Herndon due up, followed by LeMaster and Sadicki. And Herndon is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Easterly strikes him out as his 3rd strikeout of the game. Now you here's Johnny.
I'm not him. I'm not Jack.
And
Sadek.
Johnny comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Can Easterly strike the side out here with Sadek coming to the plate? So he struck out the first 2 here in the fourth. He's up to 4 strikeouts now. Mike is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Can he do it again here? No, that's going to be a base hit. Mike gets a board here with a 2-out single. And here comes the count. Montefusco doubled his first time up, folks. You don't need no stinking DH. Here's the pitch to John. And this time, that is going to be a swing and a miss. So he does strike out the 3 out, gets the 3 outs by strikeout, but in between is the single. So Jamie's up to 5 strikeouts as we go to the bottom of the fourth. You got Burris due up here, Nolan and Horner. Burris walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The count strikes him out. That's the count's 3rd strikeout. And Joe Nolan's up. And Joe is 2-0 for 1. Get into a force play. And that's going to be a ground ball down to LeMaster. And he bobbles this one. He holds on to it. But Nolan's on board here with a 1-out error. And Horner's 1 for 1 today. He doubled his first time up. Can he do it again here and get the Braves on the board maybe? And eyeball is high. Eyeball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Bob Horner says a double. How about a homer, folks, here in the launching pad? And it is now a 3-2 ball game. Horner cuts the lead down to 1. Having a hell of a game here. And Barry's up. And Barry is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. That's going to be a base on balls, and the count's struggling here in the fourth. Braves finally getting to him. Now Cheney's up with a runner down at first and 1 out. Cheney flew out his first time up. And I think they're going to. Barry's going to try to steal here. Down by 1. So that'll be a -4 arm. So that'll be a 30. 56 or lower, he's safe. And they throw him out. Ain't that a damn shame? Gets thrown out trying to steal. Now there's 2 outs and Cheney's up. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Montefusco strikes him out. But the 2-run homer gets the Braves on the board and cuts the lead to 1. So we go to the top of the 5th in a 3-2 ball game. Got the top of the order due up here for the Giants. Madlock, Evans, and Clark. Madlock is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the office. There's 1 down. That breaks up the strike error. All the outs being strikeouts. And Evans is up. He's 1 for 2. He's been on base both times and scored. He singled and reached on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Evan gets aboard again. He scored every time he's been on base. And Clark comes to the plate and wants to drive him in. He's a perfect 2 for 2 today with an RBI. And that's going to be the first time they get Clark out. It's a fly ball out to left field. And now there's 2 down. And up to the plate comes McCovey. And McCovey's 1 for 2 with a triple. He did ground out into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. And against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Evans, most likely with 2 outs, is going to get down the 3rd. On a 61. Yep, he'll get down the 3rd with no throw. So now you got runners on the corner, 2 outs. And Cruz is at the plate. And Hector is 0 for 2 today. Can Jamie get out of this with nobody scoring and keep this a 1-run game? Here's the pitch to Cruz. And nope, Cruz gets a hold of this one, folks. And they're trying to get these runs right back. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And McCovey with his speed's going to stop at second. So now you got first and second. And the Giants stretch to the lead to 4-2. As Herndon steps to the plate. Larry is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And not this time. That's going to be a single into left field. And that's going to score McCovey even with his Claudell on. That'll be what was a 7? Yeah. That'll be a 67. Like I say, we'll check because McCovey, he's got the speed of 2. But he's going to score with no throw. Can Cruz get down the 3rd? That's the question. I think he's going to stop at second. Yeah, he's going to stop at second. So they get the 2 runs right back. And it is now a 5-2 ball game. As Horner cuts the lead to 1. And Jamie didn't like that. He gives it right back, makes it a 3-run lead. And LeMaster's up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry. And that'll end the inning. But the Giants scored 2. Makes it a 5-2 ball game as Easterly comes to the plate. Followed by Gilbreth and Beal. And Jamie's 0 for 1 today. Popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The count strikes him out. That's his 5th strikeout of the game. Gilbreth comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, struck out and flown out. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts for the count. He's trying to strike the side out here with Bob Beal. Beal is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. Not this time, though. So that's going to be a 10. That's going to be a single in the left field. So Bob gets aboard here with a 2-out single. And Office comes to the plate. Can they get the runs back here? Office is 1 for 2. He singled in this game. And that's going to be against the righty. An 8. And that's going to be another single in the center field. And Beal should get down to third with his speed with 2 outs. And he'll get down to third with no throw. So the Braves making some noise here. First and third, 2 outs. And Jeff Burris at the plate. Can Jeff get those runs back they gave up in the 5th? Top of the inning here. Jeff is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out, has yet to put the ball in play. And that's going to be against a righty. An 11 and a 9. And that ball is popped up down the third. Evans waits for the rainmaker, makes the catch, and the Braves strand 2. And it's 5-2 as we go to the top of the 6th. Ain't that a damn shame? First and third, trying to make a nice
Sadek.
But they leave the runners down there. And now you got the bottom part of the order, Sadek, Montefusco, and Madlock. Mike's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. Gilbert's up with it, throws over to first, and there's 1 out. Montefusco comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's doubled and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. And there's quickly 2 outs here in the 6th. And we're back to the top of the order, and Mad Dog. Madlock is 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out, struck out, and flown out. Now he gets a base hit with 2 outs here in the 6th. Darrell Evans comes to the plate. And Evans is 1 for 2. He's walked, reached on an error, and singled. He's been on base all 3 times and scored all 3 times. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Evans is on board for the 4th time today. Now Clark comes to the plate with first and second and 2 outs. All this happening with 2 outs. Madlock with the single. Evans with the walk. Clark is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Here's the pitch to Jack. That's going to be a fly ball out to Barry in left and right, rather. And that'll do it. And the Giants strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Nolan, Horner, and Bunnell due up here for the Braves. Joe is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error and came around to score his last time on the 2-run homer by Horner. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The count strikes him out. He's up to 7 strikeouts. Here comes Horner. Horner is having one hell of a game trying to keep the Braves in it. He is 2 for 2 with a double, a homer, and 2 RBIs. Only runs on the board. And that's going to be the first time they get Bob out. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. LeMaster's up with it. Fires across the diamond for out number 2. And Barry comes up 0 for 1. He walked and got caught stealing his last time up. And that's going to be a rare play. 56 and a 40. And that's going to be ball 1. Barry looks at that one. And the ump says it was just a bit outside. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Barry. And he gets a hold of this. He drives that ball in the left field. So Barry with a 2-out single. Can the Braves get back in this game with 2 outs here in the 6th with Cheney up? He is 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be another, might be a rare play. 15 and a 1. Is that fielding column 1? Nope, that is still fielding column 2. So that is going to be a rare play. With a runner on first and a 40? 39. 42 and a 39. And that is going to be hit down the second. Madlock's down there today. 46 and a 7. 46 and a 7. And that is barely fielding column 2. That's a single. And that's going to be a single, and the runner's going to stop at second. So an infield hit by Cheney keeps this inning alive. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Easterly. First and second. Here in the 6th, Jamie goes 5 innings, gives up 10 hits and 5 runs. Who's going to come off the bench here against Montefusco? And it might be time for the Murph. Yep. Murphy's going to come off the bench here. So Murphy's coming off the bench. He's going to try to tie this ball game up with one swing and a bat here. Can the Murph deliver here against the count? Not worrying about the righty-lefty. Going with the big boy. So the Murph comes to the plate. And Murphy's batting .224 with 15 homers, 33 RBIs. Can he deliver here? And that's going to be a first and second. That's going to be popped up straight up the chute. Murph gets under it. That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth, folks. Right up the chute in foul territory. And the Braves leave 2 more on. We go to the top of the 7th in a 5-2 ball game. Now we'll see who's going to come out of the bullpen. Eddie Sullivan's going to come out of the bullpen here for the Braves. And this is Sullivan's 21st appearance of the year. He's 0-3 with 1 save and a 5.86 ERA. He's got the big boys coming up, McCovey, Cruz, and Herndon, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. And Willie is 2 for 3 with an RBI triple. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Eddie starts off this inning walking the first batter he faces. Cruz comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single his last time up. And just what the doctor ordered, Cheney comes up with this one. Fires over to Gilbert, over to Beal. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. That wipes out the walk. Now there's 2 outs, and Herndon comes to the plate. And Larry, he's 1 for 3. He had an RBI single his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty, 19 and 9. That's still going to be a single into left field rather. Herndon's aboard. That was a big double play there. And now you got Johnny up with a runner at first, 2 outs. The master is 0 for 3. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Eddie just walked himself into a mess here. Can Mike make him pay for the walk? 2 down runners at first and second in a 5-2 game. Mike's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He'll take it himself. Horner will step on the bag. Now to win the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 5-2 ball game. And this will probably be Johnny's last inning here, folks. He's due to lead off the top of the 8th. So the count. Probably his last inning. They'll have a pitch hitter for him in the top of the 8th. And you got Gilbreth due up here, followed by Beal and Office. Gilbreth is 0 for 3 to top of the order here. He gets something going. Not this time. That's a fly ball out to Clark, and there's one down. Braves are starting to run out of ounce here. Bob Beal is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. That's going to be a pop up down the 2nd. Quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And Office comes to the plate. And Office is 2 for 3. Singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to his counterpart Herndon in center. Braves go down quietly in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th and a 5-2 ball game. And that's going to be it for John. The count, Montefusco. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And Art Gardner is going to come off the bench, the lefty. Come off the bench and pitch hit here in a 5-2 ball game. He's going to come in to pitch. You got righty, lefty, righty. We'll see here. First, we'll do this. So Gardner's up. He'll be followed by Madlock and Evans. Art is 0 for 5 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls that he starts this inning off with a walk. He was able to pitch around it in the 7th. Can he do it again here? Now you got Madlock up. Got the double play in the 7th inning. Can he get a double play here today? That is the question. Here's the pitch to Bill Madlock. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Art will stop at second. So first and second here in the 8th. Darrell Evans up. He's been on base all 4 times. He is 1 for 2 with 2 walks and an error. Here is the pitch to Evans. And they don't get him out. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Darrell Evans having one hell of a game has just busted this game open with a 3-run homer. It's now 8-2 Giants. Nobody out in an 8-2 ball game. And Clark is 2 for 4 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Office. And that'll be out number 1. McCovey comes to the plate now. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI triple. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 10 and a 9. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Office. Nice play. He takes a base hit away from McCovey. And there's 2 down. And Cruz comes to the plate, 1 for 4 the day. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Eddie strikes him out, but gives up the 3-run homer to Darrell Evans. Makes it an 8-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. See who's going to come out here and pitch now with a 6-run lead. Let's see who hasn't pitched in a while for the Giants. That's what we'll go with. Who hasn't pitched in a while? So looks like it's going to be Moffitt coming out of the bullpen here. Randy Moffitt. So Randy's going to come out of the bullpen. And this is Moffitt's 46th appearance. He's 5-1 with 9 saves. He'll be facing Burris, Nolan, and Horner. And Burris is 0 for 2. He did walk in this game. And that's going to be against the righty. 16 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And there's one down here in the 8th. And Nolan comes to the plate. And Joe is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be against the 13. That's going to be a base hit. So Joe gets aboard here with a 1-out single. And Bob Horner's having a damn nice game in a losing cause right now. Is 2 for 3 with a double and a homer in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Moffitt strikes him out for out number 2. Bob trying to hit a 5-run homer, it looked like, or a 6-run homer. And you see the team comparisons here. The Giants are 45-29. They have scored 321 runs on 65 homers, stolen 33 bases, and been caught 19 times. The Braves are 26-46. They have scored 282 runs on 54 homers and 28 stolen bases, been caught 14 times. Here's Barry now with a runner on first, 2 outs. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Clark. And that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 9th in an 8-2 ball game. Since this is a doubleheader, I'm going to try to let Eddie get through this inning. He is due up second in the bottom of the 9th. He's got Herndon, LeMaster, and Sudik due up. Larry is 2 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to office. That'll be out number 1. And Johnny comes to the plate. LeMaster is 0 for 3. Is he the only Giant without a base hit? Because we know the Count got a base hit. No, him and Cruz. No, Cruz got a base hit. Yeah. LeMaster is the only batter here in the Giants order who hasn't gotten a hit today. Can he get off the snide here? Nope. That's going to be a ground ball back to Eddie. He tosses it over to Beal. And now there's 2 down. And Mike comes to the plate. And he is 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Moffitt is going to hit for himself here. Again, this is a doubleheader, trying to save some pitching. So Moffitt's going to hit here with 2 outs. Moffitt is batting .500 on the year. He is 1 for 2. Can he do it again here? And that's going to be a 36. That's going to be a wild pitch by Eddie. The runner's going to get down to second. And Moffitt now with a 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry. He makes the catch. The Giants strand 1. We go to the 9th. The Braves got some work to do. Trailing by 6. You got Cheney due up. We'll have a pitch hitter for Solomon. And then Gilbreth. Cheney is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Madlock bumbles and stumbles his way into an E4. And Cheney's aboard here. That'll be it for Eddie. See who's going to pitch hit here against the righty. Against the righty. I don't think they got a pure lefty on the bench. All the lefties are in there. Got Pocoroba, switch hitter. That's who's going to come up as Biff. They got no more catchers. So if something happens to Joe, if they tie this game up, they don't have a backup catcher now. But we'll worry about that later. We're going to bring Biff up. Biff comes off the bench. Turn around and bat from the left side here, batting .242 with 6 homers and 23 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Moffitt strikes him out. And there's now one down here in the ninth. We're back to the top of the order. And Gilbreth. And Gilbreth 0 for 4 today. Can he keep this going here? That might be a wild pitch. Yep, that's going to be a wild pitch. The runner's going to get down to second. And now Gilbreth with a runner in scoring position in the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. LeMaster waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 2 down, and the Braves are down to their last out with Bob Beal. Beal is 1 for 4 today. Can he keep this game alive? And that's going to be another pop-up down the short. That'll end the game. The Giants win this one easily, 8-2. We'll take a look here at the box score. This first game of this doubleheader. And the Braves are hoping they wasted some of them runs in this first game. So the Giants, 8 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. The Braves, 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. And look at that. Everybody had a hit but Johnny LeMaster. And the big boy was Darrell Evans, 2 for 3, was on base every time, reached on an error, was walked twice, drove in 3 runs, hit a 3-run homer. He scored, I think, every time he was on. Nope, one time he didn't. Scored 4 times. Darrell Evans was the man. The Giants were 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position, left 9 men on base. And the Braves' Office had a nice game, 2 for 4, and so did Horner. Horner tried to keep him in the game. He was 2 for 4 with a double and a homer. And the Braves, there's the difference, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Left 9 men on base. The count, he gets the 7 and 8, picks up the win. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 7, gave up the homer to Horner. Moffitt comes in, 2 innings, 1 hit, struck out 2. Easterly drops to 1 and 3, 6 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, only 4 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up no homers. Sullivan comes in, screws the pooch. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 4, struck out 1, and gave up the 3-run homer to Evans. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and bell. It don't cost you a dime, helps the channel out. Till next time, you all have a great day. The next game will be the second game of this doubleheader between the Giants and the Braves.